I'm going to use this taller mic. Can everybody hear me? My name is Mike Lee. I'm Executive Director and founder of Philadelphia Lawyers for Social Equity. That makes me one of 5 people of color who run a legal aid organization in Philadelphia. Remember that. I'm here today to talk about criminal records, but more important than criminal records, I'm here to talk about people. And this whole idea that a person's character can be reduced to a piece of paper, whether it's a credit report, a driver record, or most importantly, a criminal history. When we first started, people said I was crazy. No money, some volunteers, a whole lot of Philly ambition, just like those 76ers. And we taught people a very important distinction. A criminal history is not you. It's how the government remembers its actions against you. A decision to make an arrest is not yours. A decision to make arrests is an officer's. Personal history, how we want to be remembered, how we want to be identified, is often stripped away from oppressed people like myself. When I get pulled over, they don't ask if I founded a legal aid organization. They look to see if I have a criminal history. And this social equity, this is what it's about. How much do you value someone else's personal history? When do you use your discretion to not look at what a piece of paper might say, but look into someone's eyes? But most importantly, how can we challenge power and not look crazy? I represented a lot of protesters during the Occupy movement, and one thing they taught me, my aha moment with this whole expungement thing is, an expungement, it's not gonna change who someone is, it changes a piece of paper and how you view that person. So now we switch our focus away from not so much the impacted person and more towards the person who receives that information. How can we help people through a legal process not just destroy mainly non-conviction data from their record, but more importantly, how can we prepare them to face discrimination wherever it may come? In Pennsylvania, as an attorney, I have to tell people, the only way you can have a conviction removed is to get a pardon, grow old, or die. But that's not all the way true, because we give our consent to be governed. We create what laws govern us, and we have the ability to make laws that work for us. When we started, I literally carried boxes of petitions over to the courthouse, and they would say, that's too many at one time. Well, this is too many records for a neighborhood at one time, so now you deal with it. We started working with artists to help capture, what does discrimination feel like? What does it look like? How can you reclaim your personal history? One project was about ownership and saying, how can you say this criminal record belongs to me when I can't destroy it myself? Well, we got artists to turn that into paper pulp and create new images, but it wasn't enough. That's static. Those images are hanging in some artist studio making money for somebody else. Impacted people still get denied jobs. Impacted people still get denied housing. So how can we raise these voices? First and foremost, remind people of their importance, that you are not this thing. Your history is what matters most. We've done clinics as far away as Houston, Texas, where I got these sharp boots from, if y'all ain't noticed yet, right? So we do empowerment all across the country, reminding law students, reminding employers, reminding every single person who has, may have, or may know someone who has a criminal history that that's not you. You are you. Does that sound right? You are you, right? And if you don't like these laws, if you don't want to wait till you're 70 to be treated like you're a real person or to be continued to be judged for an act in the past, talk to your elected official. And that's the real benefit of an expungement, is we walk into a government building, the courthouse, the center of our American democracy, as evidenced by City Hall's location, and we say, Judge, do something for me. I'm not here in shackles. I'm here wrapped in the Constitution, just like those protesters, regardless of their color or their skin. And when people remember that, and when people carry that feeling with them, then we will begin to change this narrative so young people don't make images like this of the despair that they feel by the discrimination, by me, an attorney, telling them, wait till you're 70 before we can address this. Meet the governor, or die and wait 3 years with this criminal history. My name is Mike Lee, and I hope you think differently about criminal history now.